How's everyone doing today? So today I really want to talk about breeding and how to achieve a 90% to 100% success rate when it comes to pairing your ball pythons. It's one of those things that you're going to have to go through a season before you actually get things down. This is my second season. The first season I learned a lot, and before I even had my first season, I did about a year or a year and a half of research. Now, Rich from Predator BP and Paul from Urban Constrictors are two people that have actually posted videos in the past within the year and a half or 2 years that you can look back at to actually get a really good understanding of female behaviors during breeding season and what to actually look for. Plus, I learned that before the storm drop from him, Paul. Now, here we go. And one thing I actually want to mention before I actually show you this, these two were locked when I got home like 20 minutes ago from last night. It was a very rainy storm last night, and it seemed like I just popped my head in like this. Let me see if I can focus. And it looked like they unlocked. Now it looks like they're courting again. So sometimes it's best just to leave them be. I'm going to completely just very slowly shut that. Don't want to disturb them. I already disturbed them by looking in like that before, and they unlocked. That's very disappointing because that's my Super Mojave GHI Ghost paired to my Mojave Ghost possible Het Monsoon female. And I've been very much waiting to get that pairing going since last season. And these are just some of the pairings I have going on right now. And the dates are actually successful locks. So every single time I put a male in with a female, it has given me 100% success rate in locking the female and male so far. But you do have to be careful when you go and check on your female and male when they're paired, because I'm not gonna lie, they were locked, visibly locked, tails in the air, and then I slightly pull it open, just poke my eye in there, close it very slowly, grab my camera, come back, and guess what? They're unlocked. Oh man, that really blew my mind, because that's like a really anticipated clutch that like I've been trying to do since last year, and I don't want to do anything to mess up the pairings. So every time you go and check on a pairing, you just want to be very careful, open it very slow. This is going to be my Banana Firefly female paired to my OD Enchi Leopard Pos Het Pied or Pos Pied Het Clown male. Already have gotten a lock from these two. Very slowly pull it out, and if you can tell, I know it's not good lighting or anything like that, but the two tails are locked. That's a successful lock. Now I'm just going to want to slowly shut this and not disturb them once again. Now what you have to do to ensure you get a 90 to 100% success rate in pairing your ball pythons is you gotta know what behaviors you're looking at. You gotta know if your female's in the right body condition. Did she breed last season? If she did, is she back up to weight? If she didn't, is she old enough, and is she actually displaying behaviors of wanting to breed? Now you see, this is a female that slugged out for me last year and actually got egg bound. She has been eating, putting on weight like a beast, and she has been building her follicles. She is on the cool side of the tub, the front side of the tub, cooling. She looks very swell because those are her follicles building. She's going to be getting swelled up. Now she has been paired to a blade clown multiple times since October 14th was the first time. Then the next time I paired them was November 12th. But the crazy thing about this, they were paired on the 12th. They didn't unlock or stop pairing till the 21st. I know the date doesn't show, it's just because I ran out of room. But every single time they unlocked, I'd give them a little bit because it looks like they're still courting. Then I go back to take the male out, and guess what? Bam! Locked again. The same thing happened right after that. So this girl has had multiple locks, successful locks, and long wax. She's building her follicles, doing great. If she wasn't paired a few days ago, I would have paired her last night, just like I paired the banana firefly or the Mojave Hypo Pos Het Monsoon. And the reason being is because it was right before a major storm or a rainstorm. You put the male into the female's tub after you mist down the enclosure, because you do want to mist around the enclosure, the sides, everything towards the back. I put sperm from another male that I'm not using this season on her back towards the tip of her vent, and along her back where the tail is, from another male, so the other male that you're putting in has some competition and sort of puts him in a mood like, I want to lock with you so no one else can. So I mist down the enclosure. I make sure I put some semen or sperm plugs from another ball python male I'm not using that's mature enough, after I made sure all her breeding, body behaviors, and conditioning was correct and to my liking. So after I do that, I shut it a little bit. I get the male and I pop him in. I let him slither in. But when I do that, just shut the tub, man. And every single time I pair, it's right before a storm. I don't pair when it's raining. I pair the night before or the day before it's raining. Because what really activates them into breeding mode is when the atmospheric pressure drops right before the storm. It sort of jump starts and kicks them into breeding mode. And it's pretty freaking cool. But for the most part, you just gotta be on the ball. I make sure to watch all the behaviors from the females. The males, if they're wanting to breed, if you have a male that's wanting to breed, you're gonna see stuff like this. Hold on. The only reason he doesn't have a water bowl is because I'm changing their water. All that, he's been in the front of the tub all night. All night you're gonna see him moving, trying to get in the front, trying to get out of the tub. If they don't take food, or if they do take food and they're still like that, it's because they're trying to get to a female. That's a 2017 Blade Clown male that has been paired to the last female I showed you, the pastel pinstripe mystery gene. And I don't have a lot of pairings going on. I have a small collection. I have about 18 to 20 snakes, but that's my only breeding rack. That one, upcoming, my babies. From my first season, which actually, this is one of the vanilla pastels from the Dinker line of pastel. Really like the black connecting eye stripes. It's on both sides of the head. The colors and everything else, ridiculously nice. Sort of looks like graffiti. Then you come down to the tail and you sort of see translucent scales popping through. It's very hard to capture on the camera, but I will be showing some of my babies and what I'm talking about a little later on in another video. But that is one of the babies from my first season ever, along with a male that I actually believe is a Het Monsoon. This came from the Mojave Hypo Pos Het Monsoon to a Blade Clown. So I made 100% Het Hypos, 100% Het Clowns. So double Het, and then this one came out, which I believe is a Het Monsoon. So hopefully this male is actually a triple Het. Wild, right? Looks like people holding their hands, dancing, kicking their legs up and stuff. All those circulars and dots, and oh man, this is freaking crazy. Nice head marking too, but I just wanted to show you them before I ended the video. But pretty much, make sure, number one, make sure it's right before a rain season or rainstorm. Not rain season, because it is rain season. Make sure it's right before a storm you put the male in with the female. Number 2, make sure the body conditions and the behaviors of the female are correct along with the male. If it's a first time male or first time mom, you might have to put the semen on the back of the female from another male. And you might want to leave some urate, not poop, because bugs will come to the poop and actually lay their eggs in the scales of your snake. So you might want to leave some urate to keep the scent of the female in there, along with putting a scent of another male on them if you're going to be pairing a first time father or first time male. It really does help, and I have noticed in my first and second season, my first season I actually had a 80% success rate in pairing. It would have been 100 if I wasn't impatient and did not wait 3 weeks to a month in between pairings. Because I did do some pairings where I ended up just putting them in like 2 weeks after, thinking that it would work, but every single time I rushed and I didn't give them a 3 to 4 week grace period in between pairings. 9 out of 10 they wouldn't pair, and I just realized you have to be patient. That 3 to 4 week grace period is something that gets the mother wanting to pair with them. Not like, oh, I have to do this again, but it's something like, oh, I have an opportunity, I'm gonna lock. That's what I believe. It's not a fact. These all are just my opinions, and I hope they help. But for me, I have gotten a 100% success rate with pairing my male and female so far in my second season. It would have been better last year with a 90 or 100% success rate if I was not impatient. But make sure you look at the body conditions, you look at the season, the storm, make sure you look at the weather. All right? You can't just plan things down and be like, this is the day I'm going to pair, this is the day I'm going to pair. You can't do that. You got to go by the behaviors of your animals and by the weather forecast. Remember, they really do get initiated into their breeding mode right before a rainstorm. It's the drop in atmospheric pressure. It's not the raining itself, even though the humidity and coolness does help. But I hope this information has helped you, and that's how I've actually achieved a 100% success rate in breeding my ball pythons and pairing them in my second season. I hope this information has helped in some way, and have a great day, y'all. If you do like this content, please hit the thumbs up button. I will be posting more content. Thank you for viewing, and have a great day, y'all.